Securing A. Securing B.
Guardian online.
Hostile UAV above. UAV deploying AO. Bravo locked down. Bravo.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's MCKOOKIE, bringing you guys a 48-4. We're playing some more domination on Black Ops 3. Right off the bat, guys, I'm just going to apologize in advance if the audio of this video, as far as my microphone goes, sounds a little, if my mic sounds a little weird. It's because my other one that I normally use isn't working, so I had to use my backup one, which I don't like as much, so hopefully it doesn't crackle and pop like the cereal. But anyway, guys, I was checking Charlie Intel today, and I noticed that a patch came out for Black Ops 3, and I figured, you know what, no big deal. It's probably just to get the PS4 prepped for the DLC that's coming out on Tuesday. And I went on the website, opened up the patch link, and boy, was I wrong. This is probably the biggest patch that this game has received in a very long time. I want to say the greatest, most game-changing patch that the game has received probably since the game first came out in November. I mean, we've gone a couple months now with no patch, and then this thing just came out of nowhere. So let's jump right into it. Right off the bat, they took Anti-Up, the perk Anti-Up, the Hardline perk. That has been buffed so that you start with a score streak amount of 150. So before it used to be 75 when the game first came out. Now they changed it, then they changed it to 100, and now it's 150. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely going to be slapping this on now. That's a pretty big deal. I play Domination. That's a kill and a half. So I will definitely be slapping that on, especially during DLC week. We got the Eclipse DLC coming out on Tuesday. I'll be bringing you guys gameplay of that on Wednesday. Probably get a couple videos on the channel of that. But anyway, that's 150 now. I like that. I do. And I'm going to say right off the bat, there's things I like about this patch, and there's some things where I think they're kind of going in the wrong direction here. But anyway, let's talk about the specialists. The Reaper, the robot. They reduced accuracy when shooting from the hip, basically when you're not zooming in on the minigun arm. And they reduced the ammo count from 120 to 100. So, in my opinion, this is one of the things that I do not like. I think this is really stupid because the Reaper, when they reduced its ammo to 160, I thought that was fine. But I actually didn't like how they made it take like 7 or 8 minutes to recharge. I don't know if you guys have used the Reaper, but it takes like freaking forever. It takes like, I don't know, like you can only get it twice a game. And then some guy's sitting in a corner with a wrench. And he kills you, and it's like, oh, that was fun. I didn't even get to use this. So that, basically, they made this this Reaper robot even worse, and they reduced the ammo from 120 to 100. Now, the Outrider, the bow and arrow girl, she got a lot of love with this one. Gave her higher ADS speed. They gave her better sprint out time, better sprint recovery speed, and they gave her 10 arrows now instead of 8. So they gave her 2 additional arrows. I don't know why they're buffing that. That's like way more powerful than the Reaper robot now. Ruin got increased overdrive rate, basically fast pants. You guys can earn your fast running quicker now, more often. And as far as the Reaper goes, they also made it so that he gets psychosis faster. So that's pretty cool, I guess, since you're never going to use him for the robot arm anymore, since it takes 20 years to recharge, and you only get 100 bullets to shoot. And battery and fire break, they basically get their kinetic armor and their heat wave. Looks like they earn it a little slower. Now to get into where they changed the weapons, and this is basically the meat and the potatoes of this patch from what I'm seeing here. And I have mixed feelings about this. Right off the bat, the Kuda, my favorite submachine gun in the game, probably overall my favorite gun in the game, got I'm not going to mention what they did to the guns in hardcore because they basically nerfed everything for hardcore. But what they did to the Kuda was they made it so that the laser sight was more aligned with other SMGs. I don't know what that means. I'm not a Treyarch rocket scientist. Reduced ADS movement. That's kind of lame. But no longer lose speed while firing. I never knew that you did, but who knows. Hopefully they don't make it so you have to use stock on a submachine gun because that's pretty lame. VMP basically got the same thing. No longer lose speed while firing. Now the Weevil has finally officially been buffed with this patch. They basically made it so that you have an increased speed, recovery speed. You have increased ability to control recoil, so basically less recoil. But the big one that I saw here was increased 5-hit kill range. That means that the Weevil has pretty good range, because before it was kind of like a pea shooter. The Pharaoh has now increased ADS speed, so it aims down sight faster. So overall, not bad, not bad. Overall, a nice little submachine gun buff. Razorback, increased 4-hit kill range. Very nice. The gun that's the gun I'm using right here in this gameplay got even stronger. Reduced 1-hit kill range in hardcore. I lied. I mentioned hardcore. Now, this is where the patch gets a little controversial. They took the HG40, the SMG weapon that you have less than a 1% chance to get. They increased the 3-hit kill damage range. So that basically means that this gun probably outperforms the Kuda, at least in close combat. I don't know how I feel about that. If you're going to do something like that, you need to make it easier for us to get the HG40. They also increased the fire rate of the MX Garand. So both DLC guns actually got a buff. Found that very interesting with this patch. That kind of stood out to me. Now let's move on to the shotguns. KRM and the Argus. KRM got an increased 1-hit kill range potential, so that basically went from, I don't know, 3 feet to 4 feet probably, knowing this game. And the Argus got an increased 1-hit kill range potential when hip firing. The light machine guns, they basically gave them increased ADS outspeed and increased, across the board it looks like, looking at the patch notes here, basically made them all sprint out and aim in sight faster, so that's pretty cool. Showing the LMG some love. The laser sight recon, ballistic CPU, they all got recoil stability. Basically, the attachments are fucking finally starting to work in this game. Looks like wraps deploy ship. They increase the drone count per drop and also increase the movement speed of the drones. That's pretty cool because lately I've been calling in wraps and they don't do anything. Rolling Thunder also got more drones coming in. That's about it, guys, as far as the patch goes. But I found it very interesting that they actually buffed not only the HG40 DLC submachine gun, but they also buffed the MX Garand. And it also says here that rapid fire works better with it. Now, I went on YouTube, I commented on Drifter's video, and I put on there how I was level 200 and how I don't have a single melee weapon or gun. And I had a bunch of people commenting on that comment saying that they were in the same boat. Some people who are level 800, 900, they don't have the weapon. So it's pretty bad loot system we have here. I know I made a video talking about it. But I hope to get the HG40 and I hope to get the MX Garand. I don't know. They're getting a lot of backlash right now. Activision's kind of slowly killing Call of Duty with this supply drop stuff. I don't even mind supply drops. I just don't like how the chances of getting good loot are really bad. So I hope one of these patches that comes out, one of these big updates, they make it so you either get crypto keys faster or they make it so you get better things in the box. But anyway, that's all for the patch. Wanted to talk about my thoughts real quick about the DLC coming out because I've been watching Drifter and I've been watching Ollie. I've been seeing their videos on the previews. I think it looks pretty fun. To me, it definitely looks more solid than the other maps, but I won't know until I play it. For sure. I'm going to call it right now that Rift is probably going to be the worst map in the game because it looks like a straight-on head-to-head fight where you can't flank or anything. It's just a constant onslaught like Nuketown. But the Bonsai remake that kind of looks like a Mad Max meets Waterworld kind of theme going on, that looks cool. And I also think the map Knockout looks cool. But anyway, guys, that's the video. I wanted to talk about the patch real quick. Big update. That just came out for Black Ops 3. And stick around on Wednesday. I'll have DLC gameplay for the maps if you're thinking about getting the Season Pass and you're not sure. I'll be giving my thoughts on that on Wednesday. And if you haven't seen my last video, I was doing a review on my Battle Beaver controller. I forgot to mention that games like Titanfall 2 and Call of Duty Space Warfare are coming out. And they'll probably be using... Titanfall 2 will definitely have jetpacks. So if you're going to get a Battle Beaver controller, it's probably going to see some good usage for advanced movements where if you want to get jump buttons on the back or whatever. Just a little side note that I forgot to put in my other video. I'll leave the link for the Battle Beaver controller review down in the description. And that is the video, guys, talking about the patch notes. If you enjoyed the video, please thumb it up, like it, and subscribe for more. And I will catch you on the next one. Have a good day, guys. MCKOOKIE out.
Wraith awaiting orders. Hardened sentry destroyed.